Hello everyone, my name na Ovuvuen Ugbemubem Osas. So we're trying to reminisce what happened in South Africa these few days. You know, a lot of people from other African countries, they've been complaining, they've been saying a lot of things from their own perspective, from their own imagination, from what they think. And a lot of people have said so many things. You know, so many people condemn the South Africans. A lot of people said a lot of things about South Africans. South Africans are bad, they are this, they are that. But I want you guys to also look at it from the views of the South Africans, from the perspective of the South Africans. So I was opportuned to talk to few South Africans that are my friends, proper South Africans, not Nigerians who live in South Africa. I spoke to proper South Africans that are my friends living in South Africa. You know, of course, South Africans don't really like to migrate. They don't really like to travel. So these South African friends of mine had to tell me something that is very, very, very important. So the guy I spoke with said that the reason why South Africans are asking foreigners and other African immigrants to go back to their country is because they have a minimum wage. They have something called a minimum wage. For those of you who don't really know what a minimum wage is, yeah, so they have what they call the minimum wage. That's the actual official pay that the South Africans have decided that it's going to be the salary of an average South African worker who works in South Africa and who is earning in South Africa. Now, I think the person said around 3,000 something rands or so. Now, the problem and the anger of the South Africans is that so many foreigners coming from Congo, from Zimbabwe, from Malawi, you know, from other parts of Africa, they come into South Africa and they take the jobs. I'm talking about the aspect of the job aspect. You know, they take these jobs for petty money, for smaller money, smaller than the average minimum wage that the South Africans are expecting to get. And the South Africans wouldn't want to work for anything less than the actual minimum wage. But these African immigrants, they come into South Africa, they take these jobs, even at 500, 1,000 rands, you know? So they feel it makes them look like they don't want to work. But the real aspect of it all is that they don't want to work for rubbish money, for small money, for cheap labor. They don't want to work for cheap labor. You understand? South Africans actually want to work. But the truth is, the actual truth is, they don't want to work for penny, for peanuts. And so when they see that they can't stop these foreigners from collecting jobs, because the foreigners don't care, they feel, oh, I think South African money is good. So if we take this small money, when we go back to our country, it looks big. So it's okay, it's fine for us. So, but what happens to the average South African? Yeah, because now these foreign companies in South Africa that gives this job, they will prefer to employ more of the other African immigrants because they take less, and a businessman would want to pay less. Yes, a businessman would actually want to pay less. Now, this is the pain of the average South African person as regards to job. So when you hear, go back to your country, go back, you're taking our jobs, go back. Ahumahe, 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 ahumahe. Now you understand why an average South African is angry. Yes. Now you understand why an average South African is singing Hamo Zamalakala He Zamako Helema Zamalakala Eyache Imalako Zamalakata He Zamake Yama zamalakola ejake. Even lobo zamalakala ho zalako. Now you see this song, when they sing this song with so much rage, they come with this song. When South Africans are singing this song and you're a foreigner in South Africa, immediately you hear this song, just discover the next available bush and hide. Just go and hide there. If you still have the opportunity to run back to your country or to run to any place you can run to, run. Because that song is a serious war song. I don't really understand the lyrics of the song. But I know from some South Africans, they said something like, there will be blood, there will be blood. Government, talk to your people, there will be blood. According to what some South Africans told me about the song. So now you see that this song is not ordinary. There will be blood. Do you want blood on your head? So if you're still in South Africa and you're a foreigner, you have to go back. But if you don't want to go back, you have to get a helmet. Yeah, iron helmet. Because if they catch you, you already heard it from the song. Hama zamalakala he zamako. Halama zamalahela he ya che. Homanaka zamalahela he zamako. I don't even want to talk about Helamanaso Heshu Fule. Hinemaneko Heshu Fule. Hizemaneko Heshu Fule. Hizigidiku Heshu Fule. This particular one, this particular Heshu Fule, once you hear it, anywhere you are, just die, because there is nothing saving you this time. If you just hear that Holomodozo Heshu Fule, Helamanako Heshu Fule, just, if you know you can't run, just kill yourself. Just die. That's the only thing remaining for you. Because if they catch you themselves while singing I pity you. That's the truth. Now, on the aspect of Nigerians, this particular part is very sensitive and complex. South Africans are saying they don't want Nigerians in their country. Now, I was opportune to ask some of the South Africans. I said, what if they have their papers? Now, South Africans are kind of divided. Some people don't even want to see you at all. They don't care if you have the papers or not. They don't care. At this point, they don't care. And their excuse is being that Nigerians are selling drugs in their country, selling drugs to their kids, selling drugs to the people, and all. Yeah, I understand the fact that it can never be all Nigerians in South Africa selling drugs. It's not possible for every Nigerian in South Africa to sell drugs. There are very good Nigerians, yeah, just like there are so many wonderful South Africans. There are also very good Nigerians. So this drug thing is a global pandemic. It's a global problem. And it is not something we should actually point out to a particular people that they are the ones doing it. So, but I understand the pain of the South Africans when it comes to these drug issues. Yeah. I won't say Nigerians wouldn't be selling drugs. I don't know. I don't have a Nigerian or know any Nigerian who sells drugs, even here in Nigeria. I don't want to associate myself with anything that has to do with hard drugs. As a matter of fact, I don't like people who sell drugs, who deal in drug businesses, because I actually have a relative who is suffering from drug. What do I call it? Addiction. And it pains me so much that I like to have someone. I have someone close to me, related to me, who is facing addiction. Like, he has gone to rehab so many times and it's not working out. So now we have left him in the hands of God. So you see, when you have this kind of trauma, this kind of experience, I see every reason why South Africans should be angry. But I also want to tell South Africans something. The root cause of this drug problem is not in the hands of Nigerians. Yes, Nigerians could be in South Africa selling this, peddling these drugs, for survival, to make money, to earn some money, which is very wrong. I will never support anybody selling drugs for any reason. Now, where I'm coming in from is the South African police, the South African immigration. I think there is an atom of corruption in the South African system. Yeah, I think some South Africans are involved in this drug business. Some South Africans are involved, and some drug lords are in South Africa who enable these things to happen. Now, the police, it's your duty to go after the drug sellers. Whether you're a Nigerian, I don't care. If the person is a Nigerian, catch the person, put them in prison, send them to prison. If they are from South Africa, if they are from Congo, if they are from Malawi, if they are from Tanzania, if they are from Zimbabwe, send them back to the prison or send them back to their country. I support this 100%. If you catch anyone selling drugs, any drug dealer from any parts, if the person is from South Africa, of course you can't send them to anywhere. Send them to prison. If they are from Nigeria, you want to send them back to Nigeria, fine. You want to send them to prison, fine. That's the punishment for drug dealers. So, all that being said, I'm saying that the South Africans should also talk to the police, because most of these policemen, they are not Nigerians. The police in South Africa are not Nigerians. They are South Africans. The immigration in South Africa are not Nigerians. They are from South Africa. So I think the South African government should look into the matter. If the government is also corrupt, it's going to be a very long journey. It's going to be a very hard one, because I see a lot of South Africans saying that the government is actually corrupt. Yeah, so if the government is corrupt, it's going to be very, very, very difficult. Here in Nigeria, we're also suffering corruption. Our government officials, top government officials are badly corrupt. That, I don't know, many of you remember the NSAS protests we did in Nigeria. At some point, they sent the military to fire live ammunition on peaceful protesters. So that's the level of corruption we have here as well. So the corruption is everywhere. It's an African thing. It's crazy that when someone is even given power, you see people on the streets every day condemning politicians. Politicians are corrupt. They are this, they are that. But immediately that same person gets into power or into a political position, you see them doing worse than what they've condemned before. It's a very big problem. Look at Cameroon. We have a president that has been there for over 40 years. He wants to die in power. There is this other president. He had a stroke. It's only in Africa that someone will have stroke. Someone will have stroke, partial stroke. You can't turn, but you're still in power. You want to die there. You can't turn your neck, but you want to die in power. It's a very big problem. It's a pandemic. But yet, we don't see all those things. So I understand the fact that South Africans don't want Nigerians to sell drugs in South Africa. Then I've discussed with some considerable and considerate South Africans, and they said, if you have your papers, your complete documents, your legal documents to stay, you can come and stay in South Africa. If you have your documents, some South Africans said, if you have your documents, you can come and stay. Just like myself, I am planning to come to South Africa, to come and learn all the Zulu songs, all the songs from South Africa. I want to come and learn. There is this particular song I love so much, but I don't know the meaning of the song. Moya wele. Hiamu dinga. The funny thing about South Africans, South Africans don't know, they don't even know some of their languages, because when I made this video about Halamana ho eshu fule, Halamodoko eshu fule, and this other song, Hama Zamalakala he Zamako, Elemena Zumalakala e yache. Zamala Himanakala he Zamako. When I made the video of this song, I posted it. Some South Africans say they don't even understand the song. That means there are so many languages in South Africa, I guess, and some people don't understand some people. And I hope you guys won't chase some South Africans back to where I don't know, because with the way the match and match went, I think some South Africans are displaced right now. I think some South Africans are displaced because, with the rage and the power, at that point they wouldn't mind to send their fellow South Africans out because they are very, very agitated and angry. I believe some South Africans are right now in Zimbabwe displaced. They don't know how they got to Zimbabwe. Yes. So it's funny. It's a whole lot of things. So people shouldn't really misunderstand South Africans, in as much as, yes, we have a civil way of doing things. I've always said the police should interfere in matters like this. The government should interfere in matters like this so that it won't escalate into something very dangerous, that people start regretting tomorrow that they actually did so things to their fellow African brothers. So that is just the thing. And if you're still in South Africa, without the legal papers, the right documents, I think you should leave. You should leave. And I'm also telling Nigerians, this one is a special warning to Nigerians, my people. If you're in South Africa and you think you can blend, and you don't have the right documents, you're in South Africa as a Nigerian, you don't have the right documents. Mama Wena, run. No. I'm telling you to run, because you cannot blend. They will find you. Some Nigerians are back home. Yeah, they are back home. Find your way back home. Yes, come back. Let us unite and, demand a better country from our leaders. Come back home. Yes, come back home. I think it is the right thing to do. If you want to go to South Africa, you can just go visit and come back. But if you have your right papers, your legal documents, fine. You can do whatever you want to do there, as long as you are not lawless. You have to obey the rules and regulations in South Africa, yeah, and respect the people there. They say when you go to Rome, you behave like the Romans. So when you go there, you go to South Africa, respect the laws, respect the people. Okay? I didn't say you should go there and lose your self-esteem. Nigerians are known for self-esteem. Nigerians are very bold. Nigerians are always, they like to question. They like to ask the right questions. And sometimes people mistake this for being arrogant and being loud. So these are my wonderful South African people. The truth is, Nigerians are always, one thing you should not understand about Nigerians are always outspoken, and people see it as being aggressive. Nigerians like to ask questions. Nigerians like to know what are your reasons for telling me to do this or telling me to do that. And Nigerians are loud when we talk. It's a natural thing. We are loud. So some people think we are being aggressive, So if you're a Nigerian, you're still in South Africa, and you don't have the right papers, don't think you can blend. These people know you by the size of your head. They know you by the way you sneeze. You sneeze in Norway. South Africa knows a Nigerian sneezed in Norway. Talk more of you living in South Africa. You're not even far away. You're in Pretoria. And South Africans in Johannesburg, they can easily detect the way. Once you they know it's a Nigerian. By the size of your feet, South Africans can recognize you by the size of your feet. And also, they say Nigerians don't like to wear shoes, always on flip-flop. So these guys know you. They know you. So the point that South Africans can inhale, they can inhale your armpit from miles away. They know, to the point that they inhale your armpit from miles away. So they know a lot of things about Nigerians. So if you think you can hide or you can They are just ignoring you. They don't want to look into your matter. If they decide to look into your matter, bro, you see yourself in Nigeria, you won't even know how you landed here. That's the truth. So, but if you're a Nigerian, you're in South Africa, you're not doing anything there. You're just gallivanting. Come back home. Come back home. You have a better opportunity here than gallivanting over there. That's the truth. So, my South African people, I'll be coming to South Africa very soon. I need to learn a lot. Like I said, I need to learn a lot. Please, Nigerians are not bad people. Nigerians are not, you know, known for drugs. Nigeria is not a country that produces drugs. We don't produce drugs. You know, me and you know, we know the countries that produce these drugs, and some of these people live in South Africa. They are in South Africa as well. They are the ones giving those people selling drugs. They are just giving them small drugs to go and sell for them. So, if the South African government will decide to flush out these bad eggs from the system, I think everything will be fine. We don't need to fight ourselves. Okay? One love. God bless the people of Nigeria. God bless the people of South Africa. Uhuru, Ubuntu.